What's up? So I thought I'd make a quick video about enlightenment of all things. Came about because me being the one weird guy in my group of friends who's into all this odd shit. We was out drinking the other night. They kind of give me some crap about it, whatever. And the term enlightenment comes up, and they're like, "Man, what does that even mean?" So in the moment, I blurted out an answer that they seemed to be fine with, but I was never really that happy with myself, right? And then after reflecting on it a bit more, I realized I've never actually had my own definition of enlightenment. So started mulling it over and came up with these three things. So one's going to be a kind of like realistic definition. The second one will be a kind of like goal or landmark oriented definition. And then the third one will be a kind of more godlike, probably not even possible type definition. All right, so first up is the realistic one, right? So that's basically coming to the sudden understanding of something or the sudden realization of something that leads to a better understanding of it, right? So you can even have like multiple enlightenment experiences on the same topic, as you just start to learn it or get to know it better or see it in a new light, things like that. The goal-oriented or landmark one is something that I've been pursuing for a good 4 or 5 years now. And it kind of has to do with lucid dreaming and stuff like that. So in Tibetan dream yoga, you have dream yoga, which is like lucid dreaming stuff. You have sleep yoga, and then you have like bardo yoga, which is essentially like all this reincarnation, rebirth stuff, right? For the bardo stuff. Anyway, within Tibetan Buddhism, as I understand it, they have this thing called the extremely subtle body or the indestructible drop, which is basically supposed to be like the the bare essence of us, right? So this is the one part of us that that never dies, that gets reincarnated into the next life or whatever, right? And it's always been a pretty far out idea, I gotta admit. But the cool thing about it in like Buddhism and going down this path is that it's actually supposed to be experienceable, so like you can have this experience. And one of the ways to experience the extremely subtle body is through sleep yoga, where basically you try to stay consciously aware even in like deep dreamless sleep. So it's supposed to be a really trippy, like ineffable, beyond words type experience where it's like there's no more subject object, right? It's almost like you are just in blank space, just as this one little like blight of awareness. A lot of neat stuff written about it. That's been the goal of mine in this whole lucid dreaming pursuit thing, since I don't know when, I probably like 2014, 2015, something like that. I started trying to get there myself. Haven't got there yet, but it's always good to have a goal and be progressing towards something. So that's a kind of landmark or goal-oriented type of enlightenment experience, where if you can have that, then you could say you experienced the extremely subtle body. Then heck, maybe you could believe in reincarnation at that point, right? Or at least maybe I can. And then you have the kind of more godlike, probably not even possible definition, right? So that to me is basically being mindful, aware, or lucid 24/7, right? So like never lost in thought throughout the day, always being aware of what's going on, always being mindful, always being present. Then also 24/7, so through sleep, so all the different stages of sleep, hypnagogia and dream meditations and stuff like that in stages 1 and 2, being aware for sleep yoga and the deep dreamless states, which is what I've been trying to get through in stages 3 and 4, and then also having every single dream always be lucid too, and then even being lucid outside of that, coming through hypnopompia and all those states too. So that's kind of my definitions for it. Who knows? I'll probably change it in a month or two. Definitely in like a year or two, I'll probably have a different definition. But as it stands now, I'm kind of happy with that. So, have you ever tried to define enlightenment for yourself? If so, leave those questions in the comments, or leave those answers in the comments. And aloha.